Hey, everybody. Hi, Teresa. I'm working on this from Donna Jordan fabrics, but only in um, 4 different colors. So, hi, Sandra. So I figured I'd do it live. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Um, and I've spent the day with my husband. He's in bed right now, so he said I could do whatever I want after that. Because tomorrow's my live with Sean, the guy who sews. Thank you. I'm just pressing these blocks I already pieced together so far. I got him a pretty cool gift that he wanted. So I can't wait for it to arrive. So I'm just pressing what I've sewn already. And I could actually move the camera, change the view, but you won't see my face for a moment. There you go. And I'll change it back up. And the only reason I have to cut the dog ears off a seam guide attachment. Hi, James. How many of you know about Donna Jordan? I can't give out the pattern measurements because it's not my pattern. This is one of her patterns that I'm doing. I lost count, so. But I figured I'd do some tips on it because I know she didn't crease her fabric. She just laid the half square triangles on it. And I thought I'd show you what I have done. As soon as I get to this part, I'll trimming the dog ears off. I just like to make sure we have straight edges for the next pieces. I just know that sometimes maybe seeing another point of view from someone else on how to make the blocks and how it might help. So and I chain pieced all the squares with the half square triangles because I'm only using 4 colors. If I was using layer cake, I wouldn't do it that way. I do 1 block per. Okay. Please make sure you rest your eyes, Sandra. So I'll start with this one because I already sewed one side. I was trying to record it, but the video wouldn't do it. So I sewed one. I fold the fabric in half. I fold the triangle in half, and then I need my light board so I can show you guys. I don't know how good of it it's gonna be, or if it's gonna be too bright. So you'll see the triangle here. If you lay, instead of folding it again, if you lay this piece on top of this triangle here, you should see matching up in the middle by having the one that's already sewn and then laying the loose one, because it's always important to see the square. I think that worked better. because I can see my square right there. So I hope that helps. It's just one of the things I've learned doing this, that it helps. And I will pull the camera back up. Hey, there you go. Let's keep the rotary blade away from me. How's everyone tonight? Yeah, I originally wasn't gonna get on. But here I am because I wanted to enjoy some company. Sandra, I hope things turn out better than it was today. And I hope you feel speedy and healthy as well. Yeah, but I hope it gets better. Well, you'll get there, Sandra. I promise. Just allow yourself to rest from what happened today. I should actually be resting because I'm in a lot of pain, but I can't lay flat. It hurts worse. So the only thing you can do is sew and try to ignore it. Yep, there's always tomorrow and Monday. Do not forget tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Time, Sean is interviewing me and Beth tomorrow. what I'm doing right now is creasing the fabric so I can line the first half square triangle. So I'm not stressing out how straight it is. I'm also trying to quilt a quilt as well. But I don't have the machine running right now because I'm working on this for a little bit. At 1 o'clock Central Time. So when you went 2 o'clock tomorrow, which is 4 o'clock my time. Just rest, Sandra. All right. I will see you then. I don't know what time it would be for you, Teresa, because I'm not sure. I'm not good with time zones. The only thing I know that are good at time zone is because Florida is an hour ahead of me, I believe, or behind me. I don't know. I can't remember. Because I know California is 2 hours behind. Hi, Lana. Yeah, I'm hoping her healing goes smoothly. And I'm praying for that. So I did something yesterday that I've always said on someone else's life that I have to knock on woods that I haven't done. And so I snipped my thumb. But at least it's not bad. Hi, Stephanie. Although I should be getting some sleep because I need to get things ready for tomorrow. But that's not going to happen. So what I'm doing right now is creasing the square so I can fold the triangle in half to center the block. So I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. day or night. So thank you, Stephanie. Hi, Janet. Okay. I haven't. I will promise you that, Lana. Like I said, I'm doing the chain piecing part because I only have 4 colors instead of actually using a layer cake. Yes, it is. You just use layer cake. I put the info down in the description. Later, I will add the link to it. So, Lana, I was showing earlier, and I will show again, because I'm going to use the other camera. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll flip the camera. So here it go. Lana, on the matching your points, so you see your triangle here. When you go to add this triangle, you center it down, but the main part is to find a square in the center between the 2 triangles. And that's how I figure it out, if that helps. I'll flip you back up. I hope that helps. Yes, Janet, I will be. I have a pattern in the works. I just need to finish writing it for that one block, which will be block June, after I have it tested out. It is a really pretty pattern. So hi, Crystal. I am working on Rolling Stones. It is one of Donna Jordan pattern. Let me make sure I grab the right colors. So instead of doing a layer cake, I'm doing 4 different colors, and I picked these all out by myself. So here's color number 1. Here's color number 2. And then 3. And here's color number 4. So, and it's a free pattern by Donna Jordan on jordanfabrics.com. Thank you. I just had a couple people who needed help getting the points, and I noticed Donna Jordan doesn't show a lot of it on this one. And so I thought I'd help you all out if you do the pattern. So like on the first part, I fold in half so that I can make the triangle on that part to be centered, and then take the other. Yes, it is. And then that way I can take the other half of the triangle and match it up to the original triangle without having to crease it, and make sure there's a square in the center. I talk too fast? Or Donna? Which one, Janet? Yep. I've already done that part. I'm just working on the square and the square. Donna? Okay. I figured by doing a couple here and there might help others in a different setting, so you guys know how to do it. And like I'm going to say, if there is a pattern that Donna Jordan wrote, and you want to see it in a slower version, just let me know, and then I will do one in a slower version. Just know that I can't give out the fabric requirements and all. but I can show you tips and tricks on that. Yes. You can always add and subtract of how much layer cake you want. So, and like I said, I'd be willing to do a tutorial on it, but I can't give out the fabric requirements. I have one in mind for next month. And I printed it out, but let's see. So if you, like I said, if anyone want a pattern that she's done and it's too fast and you're not understanding it, I'd be willing to do it a tutorial in a different way so it's not so fast. You just have to let me know and I'll see what I can do. So now I gotta press these all open and then be able to trim them in. I'm going to be, I hope this isn't too much. I will flip cameras so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Yep, I don't like orphan blocks anymore, so leaving an extra block out is not what I want to do, so I'm adding more. This is what I did, Gina. I bought yardage and then cut them down to the size of a square that I needed and then counted how many I wanted in there. I'm doing 42, like James said, he's doing 42. And then got them all prepped and ready. I'm not going to flip you down because all I'm doing is ironing. But I will flip you down when I go to cutting. Oh, it's empty. So, but like I said, if you guys have a pattern and she's done it way too fast for you and you can't understand it, but you like the pattern, I'd be willing to do it in a slower way, if that helps. Oops. And always make sure you press out your first step before you do all the way through. And yep, seam ripper, the jack with the seam ripper. I don't even have to use it tonight. Try not to. So. what I'm doing is using my acorn pen and pressing the seams. Putting it on the seam so that when I go to press it open, it goes straight through. It will seem that, I don't know how to put it, like make it flat. It is a cheaper version of an acorn pen on Amazon. If you watch Practically Creative, she has the cheaper version. So I don't know. And you have to be very careful when you're pressing because you're pressing on the bias. Right now I'm finger pressing before I have to use the iron to make it a faster process. I do want the rest of the subscribers who aren't here know that they can comment in the comment section down below about which patterns they would like to see from Donna Jordan on my channel, so that and know that I am not being sponsored for this. I just want to do it and have fun. Awesome. Ooh, what kind of flavor of a cappuccino, Janet? Thank you. Now time to press and then we'll do the cutting. So just plain. I was thinking you were thinking maybe caramel macchiato one, but or French vanilla. I'm pressing and then I will flip the camera as long as it doesn't make anybody crazy. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I would use my other app, but I didn't want to mess with trying to open it up when this is easier. I let it charge. Any questions? Ah, who's ready to be flipped to the other camera? here we go. So you're going to take a square. I'm going to lay it. I like to lay it this way because it's easier for me to cut. I put the 2-inch line in the center of these 2 points. Just like that. And make sure they're centered. And then you go and pop it up. You do it all the way around. Even a rotating mat would work for you. I wasn't on last night, Janet. I took the night off. No, I don't think I'm planning on being on too late, but I wanted to show some tips and tricks on this block and ask for anyone else who might have a pattern from her that they would like me to show in a slower version. And yes, I know my rotary blade is open. I just know to not put my hand near it. So it is Rolling Stones pattern. It looks like I misspelled the last part. So hold on. Yes. Here you go, Janet. Yes, I would do that, Lana. I'm always willing, as long as it's. I don't mind buying the pattern, but I would like to do the free patterns to help others that are wanting to just use the free patterns. Okay, you just send me the link of that one and I'll see what I can do to prep up fabric for one block because I don't know. I think as long as you put the 2-inch at these 2 points, you should end up with a 4-inch block. So I think I have 4 blocks here. I'm going to do this one. Tunnel of Life. Okay. I will get it downloaded and so I'm going to stop there because I have 4 blocks here. And grab my set for, you also have to sew 2 strips of each, 1 white and your pattern. I chain piece because, like I said, I only have 4 colors. So here's my center block. which should be and then what type of pen are you using? So I'm going to lay the pattern out. I don't know how good of a look you're going to get. So I'm going to clear off the chat overlay so you guys can see. I know it's not, it won't bleed later, but it's going to be permanently in there. Unless you use shout. So I'm going to lay a little bit on top of each other, so you guys can see. So that's basically what it's going to look like when it's done, like this final piece of the fabric. So, use a pencil or use a friction pen. Friction irons off. All right, I am going to pop you guys back up. And you basically sew your 2 rows until it turns into a webbing piece. So when you come to where you have a seam here and a seam here, I try to center them to nest a little. It won't nest, but I try to center them as the best as I can. So, look. Hi, Brenda. I nest as much as I can if I can. If it makes sense, sorry. So when you get done through the first set, don't unhook. You finger press. And then attach the last row. Okay. Yeah, I love using my friction pen. 1/4 inch is too far and it cuts off your point. You can always use your scant 1/4 inch. So okay. And then you leave it as like a web, and then you'll just press the blocks. And we can continue to do these videos as well, if that helps. I'm trying to do it in a version so that you guys can all see it. What's the matter, Crystal? And you always make the middle row press towards. Okay, I'll print it off and we'll do that one next too. The middle row presses towards the center. The top and bottom presses out. So when you get to, let me finger. You'll still have one piece that's still webbing up to it. Why? Crystal? What's going on? Is there a pattern that I need to do a tutorial on? Let me press this and then we'll do it. I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. Just take your time, Crystal. You slow down, breathe, meditate, and then it might come to you. And then I press my seams. I use my acorn pen so that I can make it lay flat. I'm going to do that one as a tutorial as well, as soon as I get a layer cake for it. I've been asked to do it in a slower, but I will have to do I have to do where I do a test block so I know what I'm doing. So I've been asked to do that pattern. I just need to get James. And there you go. Thank you. It is a Donna Jordan fabric, Donna Jordan block that she made. So I can't give the dimensions. But you can get the free pattern on her website, which should be already in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm only doing it in 4 colors, Brenda. That was one. Let me grab my other 3. Excuse me. So here's the other one in orange. Here's the one with purple with flowers. And here's one with blue. I'm only doing 4 colors. If you do 4 colors and you want to do 42 blocks, you'll need a yard of each to get 10-inch block, your blocks for 42 blocks. Excuse me. Can't talk today. Yeah, it is easy to read, but I thought if I did a tutorial, it might help. Because I noticed she talks a lot faster. And I want to make it slower for everybody to read. Understand. How did I pick out my material? I just went for the first fabric was this purple flower one. And I'll show you the full block, what it looks like. So I took the blue out of it, and then I took the orange peach color out of it. And then I saw that watercolor to be perfect with it. So thank you. And I'm always willing to, if there's ever a pattern you do not understand, or, oh yeah, that is starch. Nigeria. Please forgive me, I can't even speak tonight. I starch my fabric because I use an AccuQuilt machine, and it helps with accuracy. I do too, Crystal. I use an AccuQuilt die, so I have to. I notice if I don't starch, the fabric stretches, and it makes a pain in the butt with the AccuQuilt die. I just find it on Amazon for 12 of them for not a bad price, and I can always link that in the description below. Okay. I don't have to because I have a darker color pad underneath me, and I'm able to see it, because especially with my LED lights. Faultless, yes. And the Nigeria, whatever it is, that Kimberly Jolly uses at Fat Quarter Shop. But like I was saying, I use the AccuQuilt die, and I need to be able to starch it so it won't stretch. And it makes it easier on cutting fabric. I just received it in the mail today, so I haven't put it away. So I just stackly neat them up against the wall till I can find a place for it. I like those because it has a better smell to it. I don't like the plain ones. I wanted my lavender one, which is usually what I order, but they don't have the lavender anymore. I may have to do that because 12 cans is 40 something. And like I said, I have to starch the fabric so that it cut through really nicely in the cutting machine. Hi, Gwynny. I only got on because I was showing how to do connecting some things. And I spent the day with my husband. All right, thank you. I spent the day with my husband because today is his birthday. And he's actually in bed right now because he's got to drive the boat tomorrow. And tomorrow I will be here I'll be interviewed by Sean, the guy who sews. So tomorrow at 1:00 Central Time. Don't ask me for time zones because I do not know them very well enough. I just know where Florida is about an hour ahead of me. Yes, I do. Literally, that's what's all sitting there, laying there to be dry. That was part of that those fabrics laying there are part of a haul that I found on the garage sale for free. So I took the opportunity. So I figured I found some materials I'm thankful for, but I think my daughter would like better. So that's awesome. He's been wanting to do an interview on me since March. We were going to do it one weekend, and then plans changed. So he's going to also do Beth as well at the same time. Beth, as in Goody Goods. She is also, and I will tell you, the same time zone as me, and she's about 3 hours from me. Awesome, Janet. If I do get this finished, I will be doing a layout so I know where I want the blocks to go. I don't have an idea yet. So, yeah. I was going to do a video, but then I kind of just went ahead and getting stuff cleaned up. So for tomorrow that it's not thank you for the tip, Brenda. I'll do that because I like the smell of the lavender very much. No, Gwenny, I'm in the same time zone as them. It is 11:56 p.m. here. So it's almost midnight for us. Awesome. I will be doing the next cotton cuts theme. I can't remember what it was called. Sorry, guys. Pizzazz. Sorry if it wobbled. It's because my computer is touchscreen. So I have the rest of these blocks done. Sometimes. Now I just need to put them all together. And that one color is done. Put your butt on the roll. Awesome. This will be my first cotton cuts doing it. I had a friend that encouraged me to do it, so I'm going to do it. Now I'm just putting my squares together. So, but you should be on your machine and getting it done. Awesome. I think I'm going to do a large one. If I do a small one, I'm probably going to do, or I don't know what I would do with it, though. Because with the color choice I am going with, I think I want to keep it. right now I'm just chain piecing the two sets, or the two sides on one, because they're all the same colors. And then I will do the same with the last row. Because I think I'd like the large better than the small, but I'm not sure yet. And that was very sweet of you, Brenda. There you go. I might do the small ones for the last quilts for my nieces and nephew when they come to visit. All right, Lana. Because then they have lap quilts to use when they're here. Ah, awesome. I'll watch it this weekend. Because if it saves me from spraying consistently, then I will be happy with that. I just like to starch it because it makes it thicker. It makes it feel like paper, but it doesn't make it really like paper. It takes care of the shrinkage issues ahead of time. And like I'm going to say again, if you guys want a pattern in a slower version or one of my tips of it, just comment below the video or in the chats right now so that I can go ahead and look them up and get the fabric prepped and ready. It can be hard. It's a good thing you have a friend. So right now I'm doing the last section of the block, but I didn't cut any until the end since I'm chain piecing. Of the Olympia, there's some tricks. I think there's a couple people who may be able to help you with that, Brenda. So it can be. I think she's talking about the final part, Janet. A reminder, I do have a Discord. Hey Beth, you want to join? All right, Brenda. Okay, sounds like a plan. I am. How about you? I had to remind my family I was going to be busy at the time. I was going to do a awesome. Can't wait to see it. Was going to not do a live tonight, Beth, because just for you know, was today's my husband's birthday. So, but then he just said, I'm going to bed. You can do whatever you want. Hi, Joyce. Ooh, that is very pretty, Beth. So, I'm just chain piecing along here. So now I gotta cut. I don't have to cut between everyone, but I have to snip between each block because I just chain pieced the whole thing. So it's like literally all together. Thank you, Beth. Now to attach them together. Oh, how about I did something that I said I wasn't going to do and you already did? I snipped my thumb. How about that? I did it finally. I wasn't paying attention and I had my hand in the wrong spot. Luckily, it wasn't so bad that I needed to go to the ER. But it's just a tiny bit. So, I snipped my thumb with the rotary cutter. Yeah. I jinxed it. Oops. But at least it wasn't so bad that I needed an ER, though. Luckily, I have an ER nurse. It hurts, but, you know, luckily it didn't get so bad, though. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't that bad. Uh-oh. I think we're okay, Beth. We're in till 6 p.m. tomorrow. We're just in a storm watch right now. Severe thunderstorm. Last rail to attach. Okay, Joyce. It didn't say any hail, just thunderstorms. On my watch, it says severe thunderstorm. I don't know how you do it. I still got to find a editing software to do. So that I can get videos done. That's not a bad temperature at all, Janet. Yeah, but my camera that I use doesn't go onto the Mac system. So I'm wondering if I need to get a separate thing to do it. Because I want to use iMovie, but it's the way this camera is made for. Look, 4 blocks completed. And I'm all done with this color. Because our newest Apple computer doesn't have where you can plug in SD cards or anything. But I have thought about doing where I just do it on iPad and do it that way. Thank you, Beth. So got 3 more to press, and then I have 3 more colors to do. But I only do 1 color at a time with the whole set of that color. Ew. There's another block. So what is everybody's plan except for mine and Beth's for the rest of the weekend? nearly over for you. If I remember correctly, it is Sunday for you. Hi, Joyce. I asked a question about what is everybody's doing for the rest of the weekend, besides me and my friend Beth. And Joyce, tomorrow, Sean, the guy who sews, is interviewing myself and Beth at Goody Goods, if I said that right. At 1 o'clock Central Time. Okay. All right. There you go, Janet. Take that opportunity and sew. Well, and I'm. Hey, Lori. First time seeing you here tonight. I'm working on a block that's from Donna Jordan called The Rolling Stones. Awesome, Crystal. Ah. Uh, Beth, are you still here? That's what you've been on. Awesome. And this is one of the colors I'm doing it in, Lori. And I'll pull up the rest of them. I just finished that section of colors. Here is my orange. And then here's my blue. And then here's my final one in the purple with flowers. So besides can't sleep, are you doing any projects, Lori? I know those feelings of not being able to sleep. That drives me nuts. Thank you, Lori. I'm probably going to stop. Uh-oh. Hopefully you can be able to fix it, Crystal. I can't wait to see your progress. So I asked a question on my Facebook group, and the question of the day, and I have to look at it because would have been was, what is your favorite pattern that you like to do? If for the ones that are not in my group or do not like to use Facebook. Before I hop off. I know you came in a little late. I ended up doing an oopsie on my thumb last night and it hurt. Yikes, Sandra. I hope you get to feeling better though. Awesome, Lori. I can't wait to see it. Yeah. Awesome. So, Lori, I was telling everyone earlier I wasn't going to get on live, and turns out I did. Only the reason why is today is my husband's birthday. Hi, Joyce. Yikes. I hope it heals for you. I'm sorry it happened to you. Nice. I like that one, Brenda. So, a reminder, do not forget to at 1 o'clock Central Time is the guy who sews. He is going to do an interview on Beth and I. So I'm also going to try and get some rest because I have a couple things I got to do tomorrow before that live, especially to clean all that mess over there. Thank you. Yeah, it's hubby's birthday. I'm also trying to set up. I'm going to turn this camera over here a bit, to set up a where I'm going to put the projects that I have that need to be finished. So there are going to be some lives, and there's going to be some videos of what I have done. And I'm going to keep myself accountable to have those finished before I start a new project. Awesome. Thank you, Lori. And I thought this might help motivate you guys to stay on track, to at least finish your projects before starting another one. Because literally I got into this one and I still have a bunch of unfinished projects. So I figured if I finish this one, I'll go back to finishing the unfinished projects. I hope that helps you guys too, so that you guys can finish your projects too. Okay. I just want your point of view on it. Good idea, Sandra. I just know that I'd like to help others to be motivated. Thank you, Lana. So that they don't feel like they're alone with a bunch of unfinished projects. And I know Stephanie Stitches is doing it, and Sean, the guy who sews. So, but I thought this way, I'll show you what I'm doing, and then thank you, Brenda. Yeah, I'm like you. It to be starched heavy so that it's not wiggly on me. Thank you, Joyce. But I hope that helps. We can do that, Loy. I'd be more than happy to do that with you. Thank you, Janet. I just think it'd be always. I'm trying to change it up that I'm not doing the same thing as everybody else. Like, um, you're welcome, Lana. But I just want to make it where we work and help. I can say it, help each other be accountable. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, Crystal. I'm gonna try and finish this one. Like I said, if you find a quilt block, like, and that person's doing it too fast or talk too fast, I'd be more than welcome to do shorter and slower uh, version of it. Just know you have to print your own pattern, print the pattern out yourself. Thank you, Lori. Good night, Brenda. Any other questions before I pop off? I will also be adding in the description of what I'm using in the videos. So I will get some rest. Enjoy you too. And everybody else who can try to get some sleep. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for coming in and seeing that I was alive. So I don't even know. Joyce, I don't even touch the weed whacker. I leave that to my husband. He likes the weed whacker. I don't. It scares me. So, any other questions before I hop off? All right. You're welcome, Crystal. Crystal, like I said, if you find a free pattern and the person's talking too fast or too going too fast, just let me know. I will do a slow tutorial for you. So, have a good night, everyone. I will talk to you tomorrow or today, whatever it is.